Those who are begging for forgiveness should tell Nigerians who made them to, at the first time to become Boko Haram, who sponsored them, who kept them there. That is one. If Nigeria can get that, I think Nigeria will forgive them.
Nigerian security forces should be so brutal on them because they have been too brutal to Nigeria. They have been too brutal over years. Insecurity is not a recent occurrence in Nigeria. I wonder why they will be asking for forgiveness in the state we are now.
There should be a degree of punishment, even if it's going to be tempered with some level of mercy, but there should be a degree of punishment, at least.
Reactions continue to trail the news of a number of Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists who recently surrendered to the Nigerian Army in the north, begging Nigerians for forgiveness. This development has triggered several reactions from Nigerians, with an overwhelming majority saying that the terrorists, having been a major threat to the country's peace and stability for decades, kidnapping, killing and destroying several properties, do not deserve the forgiveness of Nigerians, but properly meted out justice. The activities of the terrorists have rolled back the gains made in child literacy and economic development in the northeastern region of the country.
They didn't all of a sudden went there. Somebody engineered them to be there. So if they can make Nigeria to understand, yes, these are the people that lead them to that kind of something, Nigeria will forgive them. Because we know some of them doesn't have anything to do, so they were being tempted by the money they saw on the distance so as to make end meet.
Boko Haram and ISWAP, they have gone to the state that they should come and face what they have done in Nigeria. It's like this is not the first time they are asking for such. And Nigeria has taken a measure which myself I condemn by reintegrating so many of them into the society, and the things continue happening. So there is no place for what I see is that it's just a ploy for Nigerian security measures to be calm on them, in which they will continue what they are doing, because this is not the first time.
The federal government has made provisions for all terrorists willing to surrender and embrace peace by making them go through rehabilitation exercise before being reintegrated back into the society. Some Nigerians frowned against this development, as these same repentant Boko Haram members have been perceived as spies for the terrorists.
You can't trust them because some years back ago, I heard some people had laid down their arms and said they have no longer do it. But you see what is happening? From Boko Haram to kidnapping, from kidnapping to bandits.
We all know what the law says about some of these things, okay? If the law has to take its course in their case, it should, okay? If there is a punishment spelled out for the crimes they've committed, it should go that way. So laying down weapons to ask for forgiveness after all the atrocities and harms they've done and everything, and then they go scot-free, I don't think it's reasonable.
More than 1,000 Boko Haram fighters, including a chief bomb expert known as Musa Adamu, aka Mala Musa Abuja, and his second in command, Usman Adamu, also called Abu Dad, alongside their families, have surrendered themselves to army units in recent weeks in the south of Kodunga Bama and Mafia in Borno State. It was gathered that 100 more fighters have reportedly surrendered across the border in neighboring Cameroon. A few days ago, troops were seen handing out food and clothes to these repentant terrorists who were holding placards with inscriptions like "Nigerians, please forgive us, peace is the only way, and surrender and leave." Reacting to this, a security expert, Abimbola Ayuba, bitterly disagreed with the reintegration program, taking into consideration the feelings of families and friends of soldiers who lost their lives fighting for the nation.
I feel the pain on the part of many of our, not just military, even the police. If you make arrests and then you get pressurized to release people, or you have people saying they are repented, and then you take them on only for them to put them in camps, and then they claim that they are clean, whereas they are not. you bring them back into society by way of reintegration, and you are not doing it with the right level of expertise, because we are talking about DDR, disarmament, demobilization, resettlement, rehabilitation, arrow into its infinity. It's an expert, it's a specialized function. And I think the way we are doing it now through the safe corridor thing they do, I think somewhere in Yobe, it's not the best way to approach people. A wicked soul will never repent if you have not made that person to face the justice system. They must face the justice system. There must be a record that this person has once killed soldiers, has once killed policemen, have once murdered people's parents and children, and then he goes to face the penalty by way of jail term. Then while the person is in prison, reformative agencies will meet them, maybe speak to them, appeal to them, and then truly, maybe after doing some time in prison, they realize that some of them are repentant. You can't say somebody repentant, he just throws away his rifle and come and tell you I'm repentant. It's like when you see people on the streets, they will come and tell you I'm loyal, sir. Are you the one to determine that you are loyal to me, for instance, or loyal to the system? It's the system that should determine what they expect of me as loyal. So it's a subjective thing. I think it's dangerous. I've seen a lot of the impact of this in Northeast, especially, where more than 80–90% of the citizenry do not accept the method that is currently being used to resettle so-called fighters back to people you have knocked out their economic lifeline. Then you come back with very rich bags full of goodies, and they see you reconstructing your own house. Nobody will receive you back with good faith.
Also, the wife of Lieutenant Colonel L. Sakaba, Oluwaseun Sakaba, openly expressed her displeasure over the development, cursing out the terror group for making her a young widow. She also accused the Nigerian Army of assassinating her husband in 2018 for opposing the looting of funds meant for the Boko Haram war. The senator representing Borno South, Ali Ndume, had on Thursday, the 12th of August 2021, encouraged the Nigerian Army to speed up efforts to end the insurgency, adding that surrendered insurgents should not be treated with kid gloves, but should be carefully profiled and investigated. According to a report, the mass defection of the terrorists is connected to the death of Boko Haram leader Abubakar Shekau. It will be recalled that the leader of the sect died some months back when he detonated an explosive vest in Sambisa forest after a disagreement with ISWAP fighters who asked him to pay allegiance. The Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, in a statement on Monday, said the Acting General Officer commanding 7th Division and Commander Sector 1 Operation Hadinkai, Brigadier General Abdul Wahab Adelokun Eyitayo, received the surrendered terrorists and their families, numbering 335 fighters, 746 adult women and children, including one of the abducted Chibok girls, at the headquarters in Borno State.
When I committed, court will look at my offense that I offended, and they know the type of punish they will punish me for. You understand? So they should take them to court. The court will take the decision on what to do on them. But to tell between God and man, they had disturbed this country so much. You understand? They killed so many people. And they have destroyed the economy of northern Nigeria. Some people cannot go to farm. Some people cannot, they are fishers. They cannot go and fish again.
For them to lick their weapon and they have begged for forgiveness. So, it's a good idea and it's a good welcome to development in this country. But how do you know that these people have surrendered their weapon? And they make it official? They should be forgiven. If
government has a way of fixing them, but not into the society. Maybe take them back to our border. There should be the security in the border, or maybe other factory works where they will have less interaction with the people. Because for them to come into the masses, I believe they will corrupt the masses' mind.